Righto, so we're at CMC Rocks here, Does Birds podcast. Welcome, Billy Currington. How are you?
Appreciate it, guys. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me here.
How you find the heat out there?
Hey, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, it's like 90 degrees Fahrenheit all the time. So,
yeah.
You know, I can't tell you what that is in Celsius.
Let's just halve it and say 45.
Listen, you should ask me about how my experience was driving on the other side of the road.
We drowned in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When I got to the roundabout, that's when everything went wrong.
It fell apart.
It was wild. Yeah. People was like, oh my God.
Yeah. There's a blinker left and right. You're like, I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, I run over the median. And it was wild, but I'm figuring it out. It's taking a minute, but
This is the first time in Australia?
It's my first time.
Yeah, and you're enjoying it?
Oh, I'm loving it. Yeah. I've been trying to come here for so long. I've put in the word many times, but for whatever reason it didn't work out, but it worked out this time. So we're glad to be here.
That's 100%.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
sure.
Your Instagram name, BC Coconut Man. Can you explain that to us?
I used to sell coconut water.
Really?
Oh, cool.
I first started selling coconut water out of the coconut in Key West, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
We'd go up the Keys and harvest the coconuts and bring them back down for sunset in a place called Mallory Square.
Yep.
And me and a buddy would sell them there, and it was $5 a coconut back then, and that was before coconut water hit in America. No one really knew what it was.
Yeah.
It was even hard to sell to an American for sure. But people would come off the boats from other places, other countries, and so it was easy to sell to them.
Yeah.
But and then when it hit, I got into the business, started selling cans, the long cans.
Yeah.
And
So have you got your own brand of cans still now?
well, no, I did, but that was when I realized if I wanted to do another business, I would have to totally commit to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not the guy that's want to start a business and let someone else run it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had to do music or the coconut water.
Yeah.
It felt like, and so I just came back over to music.
Was it a hard decision to make that, or did
Really
you
hard, and it's not over. I'm gonna pick it back up. I have many customers request it still, and I was like, I will come back.
I'll be back.
I'll see you. I'll see you again.
Yeah, definitely.
that was awesome. So you got like a collection of like shark teeth and all that sort of stuff. Are you a big collector of all that sort of stuff?
Well, ever since I was young, my dad, he was a dredge boat worker, which is they dredge the rivers to make them deeper.
Yep.
And you have to constantly do it. It's in between two islands where you go up to Savannah, and that's where all the big ships come in. You know, import-export ships.
Yeah.
And so ever since young, I was shark's tooth hunting with him. And then, of course, he's been long gone, but I live around that island still.
Yep.
And I can just take a boat or a jet ski to the riverbanks and just walk them all day long. And just find tons of them, the size of my hand. And
That's awesome.
I mean, you've seen some of them. They're pretty big.
And is that the only thing you sort of collect, or do you have different things that you collect?
Like,
I've collected old bottles. I'm fortunate I get to go to so many islands in Georgia that has no one living on them. And these are islands that a lot of Native Americans lived on, and on and on and on, Spanish. But there's so many artifacts up these islands, and I see them.
Awesome.
I mean, old pottery, old bottles. I got so much of that stuff.
That's
but
awesome.
but arrowheads and shark's teeth are my favorite.
Yeah.
No, that's all. Have you got like your favorite shark tooth, or anything that's your favorite find that you've got?
No.
They're all great.
Yeah,
they're all great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're going on tour with Kip Moore later on in the year. Are you pretty excited about that?
Oh man, I love hanging out with Kip. We have the best time. We spend our winters not together, but we're in the same spot in Hawaii, and we surf there about every day for about a month, and we've gotten to know each other really well over the past few years, and we started touring together.
Yeah.
And it's just been nothing but a blessing to have a friend like him.
Yeah.
I just love him.
Yeah.
He's a special guy. And
Kip Moore has been one of my biggest idols since he very first came to Australia. We went and seen him not too long ago in Melbourne when he played, and just every time I watch him, I think he's one of the best performers I know. He's so
for
good.
sure.
We're going to do some slang words, and you're going to try and figure out what they are.
Aussie slang.
So we'll start off with bush chook.
Bush chook. I have no idea.
What do you reckon it is?
Something in the woods.
Pretty close.
So it's emu. There's a beer.
There's also a beer that's called Emu Export, but it's based off just an emu, Australian animal.
So it's those big birds, flightless birds that we've got over here.
Yeah. They look like an ostrich.
Yeah, they look like
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Furphy.
Furphy?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Telling a furphy.
Telling a
telling
furphy.
a lie.
Yeah,
Telling a
you're
lie.
lying. And the last one is dead horse.
Dead horse?
Yeah.
A dead horse.
It's actually tomato sauce or ketchup.
That's what we
We
call
call
it.
it. We call it dead horse. Yeah.
You're like, oh, can you give me some dead horse to chuck on my sausage? Like, yeah.
Is that used often?
Yeah,
Is it said every day
like
by
very
someone?
Aussie slang. Like, yeah.
Very, very like or bogan or like sort of what do you call in America? Like the redneck.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Well,
what.
I guess we got something called horseradish, which is similar. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
I think it's ketchup and.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably getting this wrong. They're gonna get me on this.
We don't judge.
We don't judge. No, that's awesome.
We do a section called Making the Eight, so we sort of just ask you 8 rapid sort of fire questions
Yep.
and get you to just answer them with however you want to answer them. So I'll start off with who's your biggest inspiration?
Kenny Rogers was,
Yeah.
The GOAT.
music-wise.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. What is your coffee order?
Coffee order? I like oat milk and black coffee.
There you
Just
go.
mixed together. Nothing
yeah.
else.
No, awesome.
What is your favourite song you've released?
I still love the very first #1 we had, which was "Must Be Doing Something Right." That's something happens to you when you get your first one. It's so special, and so many things are going on, and parties and this and that you never had.
Yeah.
And it's a memory you can't forget.
Yeah, that is awesome. What's the strangest thing that's ever happened at one of your gigs?
I mean, the people that jump up on stage and just kind of like, here I am. And one guy just grabbed my mic and he was just like started yelling to the crowd, and I'm just kind of looking at him like, do I tackle him? What do I do here?
Kick his feet out from underneath him.
But he finally just handed it back and jumped off the stage, and I was like,
All right.
let's don't do that again.
What did you get in the most trouble for as a kid?
Everything. Everything. Probably just like not coming home, sneaking out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Lift the window, open the floor wire.
And wound up at a campsite where we knew a couple girls were. And the headlights pull up.
Oh shit!
It was my buddy's mama. She said, I heard the wind raise.
That was great. What's your biggest phobia?
I mean, I still don't like flying. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Never
I get a lot of
did.
people that don't like coming over to Australia too because it's just so far away. Yeah.
But I tell you,
You still got to get home yet unless you're going to stay.
I know. Hey, I can swim.
What's something about you that most people wouldn't know?
That question. Let's see. I don't know, because the internet told you everything.
Yeah, everyone knows everything.
The internet knows more than I know about myself. So I don't know that I have an album coming out.
Oh,
that I
there
just
you go.
turned it in 3 days ago.
There we go.
So
That's
that's
exciting.
new, and I hadn't done that in a while.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
a minute. So.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Exciting news.
Yeah, thank you.
What's your advice for any up and coming artists trying to get into the music industry?
I'd say, just start working. Start working at your craft.
Yep.
And don't try to jump into the big time too quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to hone your craft. You need to get out there and run the roads and rent you a van and, because it's kind of easy to kind of blow up real quick now and just be tossed into like 5,000-6,000 people.
Yeah.
And I always feel a little sorry for those guys because I remember how just playing in front of 500 people was when I first started.
Yeah.
So I
It's
would
that
say
whole experience of just
Yep.
slowly progressing through the ranks, really. And
I think the staying power is a lot better.
Yeah.
When you come out it that way. So.
Yeah.
Bloody
Nah,
oath.
awesome.
That
Thanks
is
for
awesome.
coming on.
Thank you
and
very much.
Enjoy your
It's
time
been-
in Australia.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
Thanks,
brother.
Billy.